There comes a moment in your life when you wake up, look at yourself, and quietly admit something you've been avoiding for far too long. I don't recognize who I am anymore. And it's not because something sudden happened, but because life has slowly reshaped you in ways you never noticed. And it's only now that the weight of all the changes, all the compromises, all the silent battles, all the emotional exhaustion has finally caught up with you and forced you to feel the distance between who you were and who you've become. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you've spent years carrying emotions you never processed, responsibilities you never asked for, expectations you didn't agree to, and pain you pretended didn't hurt. And every time you said, "I'm fine," when you weren't. Every time you pushed through when your soul was begging you to slow down. Every time you saved everyone but yourself. You drifted a little further away from the version of you that once felt alive and whole and connected. You don't feel like yourself anymore because at some point you stopped listening to your own needs. You stopped honoring your boundaries. You stopped protecting your energy. And you started living on autopilot, not because you're weak, but because life demanded survival when what you truly needed was space, rest, healing, and the freedom to breathe without guilt. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you were forced to adapt, and adaptation is a slow form of transformation, the kind you don't see, until one day you realize you've changed your personality to keep the peace, softened your voice to avoid conflict, twisted your identity to stay accepted, lowered your standards to stay loved, and created a version of yourself that could survive your circumstances, even if that version was never meant to be permanent. It's not that you lost yourself, it's that the world pushed you into roles, identities, fears, and emotional patterns that covered up who you truly are, layer by layer, until the real you became quiet enough to forget, but loud enough to ache. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you're emotionally overloaded, too much thinking, too much worrying, too much holding everything together for too long. And when the mind is overwhelmed, it disconnects from the heart. And when the heart is tired, it disconnects from the soul. And when the soul goes unheard, you feel empty, confused, detached, and strangely unfamiliar to yourself. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you've outgrown people you're still trying to keep, dreams you're still trying to chase, environments you've mentally moved on from, and versions of yourself you no longer fit into. And the discomfort you feel isn't failure. It's evolution trying to pull you forward while fear tries to hold you back. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you're in the in-between, the space where the old you doesn't exist anymore, but the new you hasn't fully arrived, and this space feels like numbness, like confusion, like restlessness, like nothing makes sense. And yet this is the exact place where your true self is being rebuilt quietly, piece by piece, from the inside out. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you've been living with emotional armor for so long that you forgot what your uncovered heart even feels like. You've been playing roles, the strong one, the responsible one, the calm one, the forgiving one, the one who keeps everything together. And when you strip away all those roles, you're left with someone who hasn't been seen, heard, understood, or taken care of in a very long time. But here is the truth you need to hear. You didn't lose yourself. You abandoned yourself unintentionally. Slowly, quietly, one compromise at a time, and now life is calling you back. You don't feel like yourself anymore because you're meant to become someone you've never been before. Someone real, someone healed, someone aware, someone honest with their feelings, someone connected to their purpose, someone who refuses to shrink to fit into places where they no longer belong. This confusion you feel is not your breaking point, it's your awakening. This emptiness you feel is not your failure, it's your soul asking for a reset. This numbness you feel is not who you are, it's the exhaustion from pretending to be someone you're not. You don't feel like yourself anymore because life is pushing you back toward yourself slowly, painfully, but intentionally. You are not falling apart, you are rearranging. You are rebuilding. You are returning. And the moment you stop running, stop forcing, stop pretending, and stop carrying what no longer belongs to you. You will meet yourself again, not the old you, not the broken you, but the truest, strongest, most grounded version of you, the one you were always meant to become. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, press the thumbs up and share it with others. It helps spread the message of inner peace and self-discovery. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this.